Hey, welcome back in. It's been a while. So, to answer where I've been has a lot to do with emotions like regret and guilt about the mistakes that I made throughout the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years of being a streamer and a YouTuber. Obviously, I didn't talk much about my personal life on YouTube. I would on stream because it has a more personal and engaging touch with your audience. But on YouTube, I guess a lot of you guys don't really know where I've been mentally and physically. I had a real problem with ghosting, ignoring and running away from a lot of my issues personally in my life, away from my work and content creation. And some of you may scoff and say that we've all done that. But for me, I never faced it, right? And in 2020, at the beginning of the year, I can't explain it, but I think I transitioned a lot from being a boy into a man. And that sounds very blasé and kind of like up in the air for anyone's interpretation. I'll explain exactly what I mean.
What do I mean?
When it comes to family, I never talked to my mum. I never answered calls. My mum would call me, right? And I never answered the phone back. I was so focused and diluted in, I don't know if diluted's the word, but I was just streaming and streaming and streaming for the last 3 years, every single day, and all I thought about was material wealth and money. I can't lie, that's how I was thinking. Or social wealth, you know, like follow count, how I thought I was being perceived on the internet, and how I thought how important I was. And I didn't realize that I was not going to parties, you know, not going to birthdays, not going to Christmas, not going to A, B, and C events in my life. When I was in a relationship, I didn't take her out on dates like I should have. And we broke up in this terrible way because, you know, I wasn't there. I was in a different world. Instead of going to the park, going to a restaurant for dinner, doing this, doing that, I was streaming. And then when my sister got sick, I would pay for all her medical bills, or try to, or, you know, I would always think to myself, well, at least I've got a place for her to stay, or at least I can pay for her treatments if she ever needed some. But my sister told me that she didn't care about those things, and she wanted me there physically in presence at the hospital. And my sister had a really rough time last year, and I just kind of streamed and made click videos and made YouTube videos. And don't get me wrong, this is my dream career and I will continue it. But I never knew that I could make my job work for me and I didn't have to work for my job, if that makes sense. Last year, Crayator was okay, but Nathan wasn't. I was really struggling with depression and a lack of good self-image. I didn't believe in myself all that much, and I thought work, and all my identity was in one realm, which was streaming and YouTube, where it should have been in other areas like my friends, my love life, or my family. And that's really hard to admit, that I had a problem with ghosting people, right? Not answering the phone, not replying to texts, not organizing to go out to places. I think I'm a good guy. I really do. I think I'm an alright fella, you know? I'm not malicious, I'm not mean, I'm not nasty. I don't like to think I am. And when I am, I'm joking, you know what I mean? Just having a laugh, having some banter. But I just ignored my day ones, which I don't think anyone should ever do. I ignored people who were trying to tell me that I was changing and altering and not the same Nathan as I once was. So I did something about it. To kind of change these things, I started answering the phone. I started calling my mum. I started calling my sister. I reconnected with friends. I had a friendship of 7 years, a really good friend of mine, 7, 8 years, and I ghosted her. And I will admit that right now to everyone watching, I ghosted her, sadly. And I reconnected with her recently, and it's been unreal. And I've apologized. I've done a lot of sorries, and I mean it. I can't explain how much I mean that, but I mean every sorry that I say and every apology that I've made. So I started therapy, which has been really great for me, talking to someone about my behavior. And it's odd, but when you ghost people like me, when you have this behavior of ignoring people, it's as if you're thinking of them always. It's not as if I don't love people. It's not as if I don't care. But it's strange. It's like, even if I had a little argument with somebody, I would run, you know, I would bolt. I'm like, nope, never replying to that person again. Can't handle it. I can't handle confrontation. And I've done a lot of manning up and a lot of growing and a lot of self-reflection. It all happened at once, like an epiphany, like a tsunami smacking my soul. It was just boom, and it was just so sudden. And all my friends I was living in the click house with, Fruity, Baz, and Marcus, and they saw it, you know, they saw it. I bought a car. I'm learning to drive. I'm going to buy a house. I've moved out of the city and I'm living with my mother. And I'm helping my sick sister, and I'm reconnecting with old friends in my hometown. That's where I've been. That's what's happened to me. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but that's what's happened in my life. I've faced a lot of my demons, I guess you could call them. I've done a lot of growing up. Now gone from, you know, just concentrating on one facet of my life, which I thought meant everything to me, to realizing what really matters, you know, like what actually matters is family, love, buying a home and finding a wife. I know that sounds a little gaudy, but that matters to me, you know? And my career does matter to me. Being a YouTuber, content creator, streamer, you know, being on Twitter and Instagram, I love it. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I've loved the last 4 years of work, you know, work for me. It's playing video games, you know, but man, I love it. But I need to do it smarter. That's what I need to do. I used to grind hours on stream, 8 hours a day, every day, 12 hours a day, every day. I would talk so much that I have nodules in my throat, and now I cough blood if I talk for too long and stuff like that, you know? And I know 8 hours is a standard work day, but, you know, when you're constantly talking and being energetic and on stream live in front of an audience, it's like you're on stage for so long, so it's a little bit more draining, you know? But anyway, everyone works hard, everyone puts in effort. But that's just how I feel, you know? That's just my emotion towards it. So, where do we go from here? Where are we going? Videos are gonna come back, but they're gonna be what I wanna upload. Not just Fortnite all the time, not just Minecraft all the time, not just GTA all the time. And I love those games, but remember when I uploaded Cuphead? No! It was so funny and involving, and you could feel my energy through the screen. I want to do that. When I wake up, I want to upload whatever I want, variety, and I want to feel it, and I want to be happy with it. And I know I can do it, you know? A lot of people are scared of uploading variety. I believe in myself as an entertainer, and I think I've got a lot more laughs to give the world before I die, you know, before I'm gone. I just wanted to say that's where the channel's gonna go, is if I feel like uploading Fortnite, if I'm playing with my friends, that's what I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna focus in a lot more on what does Nathan want, as well as what does the internet want, as well as what does Crayator want, you know? I'm gonna focus in on those things a lot more. And I just wanted to say big shout out to my community, especially on Twitch, who have stood by me, you know, streaming every day, getting emotional. There was a day at the beginning of this year, 2020, when I came on stream and I basically had a mental breakdown. I'd rather not show you clips of it. They're probably somewhere on the internet somewhere. But I'd appreciate your privacy if you do go looking for it. I understand that's people. If you don't, thank you. But thank you for standing by me. You know, thank you to the internet. Sometimes you're just a number on the screen for me, or a random username lost in a sea of so many. But when I do see good comments and I see funny comments and it makes me smile, it means a lot. I know that's corny and whack, but cheers, thank you. And last and not least, I'd like to thank all of my family. I know they won't watch this video, but I love my family, and I'm sorry to everyone that I did hurt. And I'm back, and I've done a lot of growing, And I think I'm finally a man, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm not, but I will fill those gaps in my life and I will get there. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, afternoon, morning, wherever you are around the world. Thank you for listening to my rant and understanding. Hopefully, if you don't, leave a comment and I'll read it and maybe I'll address it later. But I really just want to come back now, bounce back into content. We have this channel, the Cray channel. We got Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Follow me at Crayator, whatever. Don't. It's up to you. Until next time, guys. Always, always listen up. This is the motto. Stay Cray. Till next time. Bye.